Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm actually at my sister's house here in Arizona. So I've done several makeovers here. I did my niece's bedroom, I did my sister's bedroom, we actually did the kitchen and the living room here. So we're just like continuing on. Eventually I want to get to the bathroom. Like we're gonna do a lot of things in this house, but today we are doing my nephew and other niece's bedroom. They share a room, and right now you can kind of see, really, I feel like the whole room is just beds. So we're going to make it feel a lot more intentional, give them a lot more play space and just space to kind of enjoy their room. We're not going to be doing any painting or any of that today. We are just going to be taking down the beds. We're actually going to be doing all new furniture in here. So we're taking out this, taking down the bed frames. We'll have 2 twin beds in here, some new nightstands, like all the things. It will look like a completely different space when we're done. So let me show you our starting point and then we'll get to work.
So rewind, the track is jam-packed, playing it back to back. Yes, yo, time to forget the stress. Just one life, baby, we beyond blessed. Sunlight in my pocket, stardust in my cup. All your friends invited, cause we gon' light it up.
Okay, so fun little fact, I know I've shared in the past, but I do have 4 sisters and 1 older brother. I am the second oldest, and this is my sister Kara. She is actually the one who works with me on This Crazy Life, so it's really cool we get to do this together. She actually edits the videos now, and she's done that for a long time. And she just kind of helps me with anything else that I need help with, which has just been so incredibly great and such a blessing for both of us. Now, she actually moved back down to Arizona at the end of 2024, and I've loved living close to her. It's been so incredibly great. She did live in Utah for a little while when I was there as well. And it's funny, like even though we're both in Phoenix, we are close to an hour apart, maybe a little bit less, but Phoenix is just so sprawling that that's kind of how it is here. My other sister is about an hour and 20 minutes away, but I really do love living close to some of my sisters. But it's been so fun to be able to do this for her and her kids and just help them make their spaces more functional and useful for them. So honestly, anytime I get the opportunity to go to one of my siblings' homes and work on it with them, I love it. But as you can see, Kara and I are just going through and breaking everything apart and pulling it out of the room, and then I'm giving it a quick vacuum so that we have a nice clean slate to start putting things together. We're gonna go ahead and put together the beds. We did end up getting 2 of the same twin bed frames just because we really wanted to make sure that they matched. I don't think all your furniture needs to match. In fact, I think a lot of times if you get full bedroom sets, I don't personally love the look of it because it doesn't look custom. And I think you can do a lot better if you mix and match and just make things coordinate well. However, I feel like if you have 2 beds, things like this, I do think that does make a big difference if you match them. So these bed frames I just got off of Amazon and they were under $100 each, I believe, like maybe $80 or something. So it just goes to show you can find really nice furniture pieces that look really great and that are nice and sturdy. Like these were very, very sturdy, and you can do it on a budget. You can also definitely find things on Facebook Marketplace if you're wanting to go secondhand. And a lot of times I do go secondhand, but in this makeover, we were a little bit rushed with everything. And so we ended up just kind of finding some good deals and buying things new. But everything turned out so wonderful. And I love that we picked some white bed frames just because it kept the space feeling really light and airy. Whereas if we had opted for some darker frames, it could have kind of made it feel a little bit more closed in. And in this space, we did want to make it feel as spacious as we could. All right, we are making some good progress in here. We have the beds all made. We actually ended up having to kind of scooch them to another spot just because the layout was a little bit more squished the other way, but I think we'll just pivot and I think this will actually work out way better. So things always happen for a reason. But anyway, before we go into the rest of the makeover, I want to say a huge thank you to Bombas for teaming up with me in today's video. If you've been here for a while, you know I've teamed up with them multiple times and I love it because one, I love their products. They have really, really great quality items. And I also just love Bombas as a company because for every purchase, they give something back. I love their socks because they do have this honeycomb in the middle and it keeps the fit of the sock really perfect. Even after you've washed and dried and worn them so many times, they still feel like the first day you get them. So today I wanted to show you guys, which I've shown you guys my slides before. I actually have my indoor pair and then I have my darker pair, which is nice so it doesn't get so dirty outside. But these are their Friday slides, but their slides are amazing because one, as you can see, they are very squishy, so they're very nice and soft and comfortable, but they still have that really good structure. Look at the sole on the shoe, they're really nice. But also on the footbed, they have this ridge, so it kind of keeps your foot in place instead of sliding around. They are so comfy to wear. They're always like my go-to, especially when I'm going around the house or I'm just running errands. Like they're just so quick and easy to slip on. They actually are nice and cute, so they just kind of match everything. No matter what you get from Bombas, they do have really amazing quality items. They put a lot of work and effort into making sure that everything works really well. And of course, the best part of all of it is I do have a code to share with you guys. So if you use my code ThisCrazyLife, you can also scan the QR code on the screen or click the link down in the description box. You will save 20% off your first order, and you can use that discount on anything site-wide. So no matter if you're wanting socks, you're wanting bras, t-shirts, some of their new Friday slides, that discount will work on everything. So thank you again so much to Bombas for teaming up with me in today's video. Now let's jump back into it.
No one else that's me. I'm unbreakable, unstoppable. Me.
Okay, so this company sent these nightstands, which they're actually the same ones that we used in my other sister's nursery makeover, which you haven't seen that video. We'll link it up here. It's so pretty. It's super good quality. So these are actually 2 nightstands. They're so pretty.
Within the sun, I'm me. Unbreakable, unstoppable. Me. It's scary to start breaking down to shell. But I think everyone needs a little help. Trying to find that place. Need to give myself some grace. Oh yeah, mistakes I made. Me.
So this was really fun because not only did my sister and I get to build the nightstands together, but my sweet little niece got to help build them with us, and she had the funnest time. She's not quite in school yet, and so while her siblings are in school, she gets to hang out and help her mom with whatever projects. And today she got to work on her own bedroom, which was super fun. And these nightstands, I will link them down below, but now I've incorporated a dresser from this line into one of my sister's makeovers. And now these nightstands, they really are well built. They have great quality. I love that the drawers slide in and out very well. And you can kind of see the sides are very, very thick and durable. And I love that the top of these is that faux marble look. And also I just love the added textured look of it. These honestly are so stunning. Like, the video does not do them justice, but I will have them linked down below in case if you guys want to check them out. I was so incredibly excited to be able to include these in my niece and nephew's bedroom. All right, those nightstands are so pretty. This whole collection from them, like they have dressers, they have like a sideboard, they have nightstands, like they are so beautiful. I love them, and I think they're gonna work perfectly here. I actually, because we have the two, we're going to end up putting them right in the middle. So they each will kind of have their own little space. Both of them have drawers, like it's gonna be so nice. But next we're actually going to add in a rug because the rug will kind of ground the space. It also will add a little color in here. Even if you have carpet, I feel like rugs still make such a big difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll that out in here now. This rug is so pretty. It has kind of like some green. It also has some fringe detailing. So anytime you can add texture, it adds a lot to a space.
It's only up from here. It's only up from here.
Look at how pretty that rug is. So, so pretty. I love it. Okay, having a rug over carpet is something that I think sometimes people kind of shy away from, but I honestly love doing it because it still grounds the space the same way that it does over wood. It also gives you that extra fluffy texture on your carpet, and it also gives the room a lot of texture. And so for those reasons, I love incorporating rugs into almost every single room that I do. But this rug is so incredibly gorgeous. Again, I almost feel like the video just does not do it justice, but the deep colors in this rug, it is so beautiful. It has such a plush feel while still being kind of a thinner rug. It's not anything that's going to be attracting or hiding a lot of dirt and debris. I kind of want to get this same rug and put it somewhere in my house. I just don't know exactly where, but it is so beautiful. And I just feel like it was the perfect addition to this bedroom. So again, I will have this one linked down below. I believe it comes in other sizes, but I also know this company has a ton of different options. So I just cannot recommend these rugs enough. All right, welcome to day 2. So we do have the bedding actually kind of put on the bed. We'll have to fix it, but the kids obviously slept in their room last night. So I'm gonna fix that in a minute. But the first thing I wanna do is prep the shelf. So I did cut the shelf last night, but I do want to sand it and stain it outside so that it can be like drying. And then we'll put that up a little bit later. But I think we're gonna do a shelf right here above Nova's bed. And then we're also gonna do one up here above Grayson's bed. Today should be a fun day because we're going to be doing lots of the fun stuff like decorating and kind of pulling the room together. So yesterday was a lot of prep work, of course. I don't know, prep, like, you know, building stuff, doing kind of like setting up the base of the room. And I think it's honestly coming together so pretty. It's going to be so, so nice in here, very like neutral. It'll be something that can really grow with the kids. So I'm really excited and happy with how everything is coming together. Okay, so these are 10-inch deep shelves and I have them cut to 4 feet wide. We're gonna do 60 grit first, and that will get like all the rough everything off. And then we're gonna go in with 220, and that will make them really, really soft and smooth, wipe them down, and then I'll go ahead and stain them.
I am picturing the worst in my mind. I cannot stand losing you.
Okay, so I don't have gloves, so I'm using some plastic bags to try to keep my hand a little cleaner. But my favorite thing to do is to use a staining sponge. It works really good. You don't have to do like put it on and then wipe it off. It just works all together.
Ready?
Ready? Okay.
As I'm walking to your place, I'm shaking. I am picturing the worst in my mind. I cannot stand losing you. No, I will fight. 'Cause I believe in us. I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us. Please don't give up on me. At least give me a try. It's like you almost know what I am thinking. 'Cause I believe in us. I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. 'Cause
Okay, so we are actually in the living room, which might look familiar because I did like a living room makeover actually like several months ago. I think it was in the fall. So I will link that video and the kitchen makeover because the kitchen's just over there. They actually got new countertops after the makeover, which are so pretty. I think they're quartz. Anyway, so we're just gonna put this bookshelf together out here because we have like a little bit more room and do a little change of scenery and then head back into the bedroom. But this bookshelf is from Better Homes and Gardens, which is Walmart. And I think it's so pretty. It's actually like a pretty small, like narrow arch bookshelf. So this will be perfect because the kids can put like their books on there, little knickknacks, and it'll also add a little height to the space.
I've been searching all day long, try to be the perfect one. You're holding me without no touch. You don't need shades to hold me back. Light it up, I can't speak your mind. My words slipping under, give me nothing back. What is love? I can't tell you how. I'm caught up in your thoughts tonight. See, I've been building walls. You break them down, break them down. Oh, every time I go, brings back your love, back your love. Thought I could let you go, be free. If you find someone, leave me be. I loved you without no doubts, but I need love to stay alive. Light it up, I can't speak your mind. My words slipping under, give me nothing back. What is love? I can't tell you how. I'm caught up in your thoughts tonight. See, I've been building walls. You break them down, break them down. Oh, every time I go, brings back your love, back your love.
Next up, we are going to hang the shelves. I'm gonna actually match their older sister's room that we put in the shelf last time. I'm gonna match the same height just so that the shelves kind of match, and that actually is a pretty good height. So I'm gonna do the top of it at 64 inches, but I want to kind of like center it on this portion, like on the length of the bed.
See, I'm building walls, you break them down. Oh, every time I go, brings back your love, your love, your love. See, I'm building walls, you break them down, break them down. Oh, you break them down. Oh, every time I go, brings back your love, your love.
All right, we are on to day 3. Honestly, if I had a little bit more time yesterday, I think I could have finished yesterday. Liam had like a band concert, so I had to get home to that and everything. But that's okay because my sister was able to print out a few little like photos to add into the frames. And then we also found these mirrors, or she found the mirrors this morning. Anyway, so we just got like a few little extra things, but now we're going to be decorating. So we have some options to kind of decorate the 2 shelves above the bed, and then also their bookshelf, which will have a lot of books, but also like maybe a few little trinkets here and there. And then also my sister ended up finding these sheets, which are so cute. It's nice because the beds will still match really great. They're just gonna have like the green bedding. They did come with sheets, but now she has an extra set if they need, but it just gives like a little bit more personality. So these are like little florals, like unicorns, just like kind of cute and soft. And then for my nephews, it's just these really cute like tan stripe sheets. So those are gonna be perfect. Just add like a little difference to each side and a little more customization. But let's go ahead and get to decorating and finish the space up. Okay, so on the shelves, I know it's a kid's room, but still we're just going to kind of decorate them because they are higher up. So we're almost just like, we are using these as like decorative. You don't want the kids pulling everything down all the time. And so we literally just have pretty little things up here to kind of give some personality on each space. They're not going to be something that will be touched at all. So it'll just add prettiness, but it is high enough that there's no way they're really going to touch it.
I was falling through the air. No one let myself to hold my hand. Standing in the shadows of where we have been. Sleeping with your back facing me. I know, this isn't us.
Okay, so we have a few different baskets. These ones are actually gonna go right underneath their nightstands, and they look like they're the same, but they're actually like just very slightly different, which I didn't realize till we were pulling them out now. But this side has cute little bows on the outside, around the edges, and then this one is just a little bit more simple. So this one's gonna go on this side, and then we'll put the bows on her side. They both have slippers and sleep masks that they use, so that's I think what's going to end up going in these. And then right under their bed, we have these really pretty green baskets, which is perfect because they'll kind of blend in with the green bedding. You don't really notice them, but this will be great for them to put their stuffed animals or like anything like that, like little toys.
Places all at once. Wish that what we said would come undone. Feels like our minds have been turned off. Haven't seen each other for so long.
Okay, And then on the nightstands, we have two different little frames, which are again like cute. They're nice and coordinating for both sides because especially when you're doing a room with like two siblings and especially two when they're like a boy and a girl, like you want it to be cohesive and coordinating, but it's nice to give each of them their own style a little bit and just make like each space kind of feel individual.
I will have you next to me, 'cause tonight we have it all. 'Cause we're dancing as one. 'Cause we're dancing as one. 'Cause we're dancing as one. 'Cause we're dancing as one.
Okay, so we're gonna put this mirror up above the bed because it's just gonna kind of like open up the space a little bit more, bounce some more light around. Plus, actually, I'm gonna have my sister hold it up so I can double check. But I think that's cool because I didn't even think about it, but like the arch, the window right here is an arch. So let's make sure that works good, but I think it should. I would like to use a monkey hook, but because of our timing, I only have one. I forgot to get more. But again, like the monkey hooks are nice because they go through the drywall and then come poke out like this. This kind of keeps them stable, and you can get different widths or like different like thicknesses and heavy dutiness. So some will carry like 15 pounds, 25 pounds, 50 pounds. Like I've had really, really heavy things in the past on the wall with this, as long as it's just hanging down. You don't want to do this with like a shelf because it'll get kind of pulled on. But if it's just like a wall art piece or a mirror or something, these are great. But again, I need to buy more and I forgot. So we're just gonna do an anchor today. Okay, next we're going to work on the bookshelf. So this isn't like a large bookshelf, but it's nice because it doesn't take up a lot of space. It gives you the opportunity to use your vertical space, which is always, I feel, easier to come by. And then we'll be able to put some books on there and then just a few little trinkets and like, look at these. My sister found these, so I'm not sure exactly like which G we'll use. This one was actually the same one that we used in my soon-to-be nephew's nursery. We can just like kind of personalize it again a little more, add a few little things, but mostly it'll be for like books. And then look at this book. My sister just randomly found this at the library the other day. It's just like a cute story, but it's so, like the vibe of it is so cute and pretty. We both happened to pick up a globe while we were out, so we'll use one of them and the other one will return.
This California weather, it's like 90 degrees. It's making me hot and he has the same effect on me. It's just something about the way that he's making me feel. My insides are out, I just wanna shout his name. My body's giving up on me, 'cause I don't know what to do with my fingertips. I wanna run up through his hair, but I'm trying not to stare. I get a little starstruck when I see him. I couldn't hate him even if I tried. Am I a little crazy to believe that I could wake up with him by my side? I know I could get his attention if I worked it all out. And we got a little tipsy on a Saturday night. Yeah, I want him and I need him. He's got a one-way ticket to my heart. Ticket to my heart. He's got a one-way. Move a little closer without letting him see. My hands are shaking from the urge of being with him. I act a little dumber when I try to get his number. I'm so nervous that I'm losing grip of myself. My body's giving up on me, 'cause I don't know what to do with my fingertips. I wanna run up through his hair, but don't stare. I get a little starstruck when I see him. I couldn't hate him even if I tried. Am I a little crazy to believe that I could wake up with him by my side? I know I could get his attention if I worked it all out. And we got a little tipsy on a Saturday night. Yeah, I want him.
Okay, so we have a few more things to add, but we're almost done. So on the beds, I do think actually changing out the sheets was really good because it kind of broke up all the green, because this bedding is great. It actually does come with a sheet set and a sham and all the things to go kind of break it up, but also give them a little extra blanket if they get cold. I got them these little like throw blankets and I wanted them to match, but also again, like be a little bit different. I got this one for Grayson, so it's cute because it has this pretty texture on it, but it's kind of like a tan color, kind of beigey. And then for Nova, I got her this one and I love it because it's a little bit lighter and it has this really pretty dainty ruffle on the edge. It actually kind of reminds me a little bit of the cute little throw blanket that I put in the nursery at my other sister's house like a few weeks ago. But this will be perfect because again, they get a little personality. They have function of the blanket and it's just cute, like another little way, another subtle way to keep things very nice together, very coordinating, very like intentional. I think that's really fun to do, especially when you do have kids sharing a room, is to give them their own spaces and like let it be customized to them a bit more. And sometimes that can be a little tricky. Okay, so here is Nova's blanket. So cute. Okay, the final thing is we're actually gonna put this picture up for a few reasons. One, my sister found it and she just loves it, which is so cute. And we kind of have like some little animals around the room, so I figured that would work perfect. Plus, we're gonna put it right on this wall, so it doesn't really take up a lot of like mental space when you walk in the room, but also because we have like the bookshelf over here, I feel like it'll kind of even out everything and just give it a little bit more color too. So it has like some pretty blues and like greens. And since I do have one monkey hook, we're gonna use the monkey hook. And just like that, we're done. So let me show you what we started with and then I'll show you the after. Alrighty, this is the before. Take you back just a few days so you can remember how everything was. So we had the full-size bed and then the twin bed, and it really just was kind of taking up the whole space. And also it was like a cute room, but it was not very cohesive. And so now everything looks very intentional. We have the whole space grounded by this beautiful floral rug. It has that green color, but it also has little pops of blue and tan and just little soft touches here and there. And then we have the two very simple white bed frames on either side of the window, which worked out so perfect because it kind of tucks the beds away, but gives them the most play space in the middle of the room. And then on top of those beds, we added in those personalized sheets, which are so fun for each of the kids. And then right in between the beds, we have the two nightstands, which I do love having one nightstand for each of them because then they just have their special drawer and that little cubby on the bottom that gives them all their own little personal space. I think it's so pretty because it adds, again, that extra texture. And then right on top of the nightstands, we have a simple lamp and a little picture. And right above the beds, we have those little arch mirrors, which are fun because it adds just a little something while still keeping everything a little bit more simple. And it also helps to bounce light around the room and just make it feel that much more spacious. Then right above each of the beds, we have those shelves, which I love because they are able to really customize those shelves. They can continue to change those out as they grow. And that's one thing that I love about this room and the bedrooms that I do typically is we didn't do these huge wall murals or anything that's really difficult to change out, but instead we gave them a really beautiful blank slate that they can continuously change with their styles and their interests as they get older. So these rooms really do grow with them. Then we added in that fun little picture right by the bedroom door and then that little arch bookshelf, which again just gives them a little bit more function. They can store their books, they can store a few little knickknacks in there, and it's kind of tucked to the side. It also gives a little height to that side of the room, and I just honestly love how this bedroom turned out. I think it's so pretty and so cute. I love all the earth tones, so it's very soothing and relaxing in here, and I feel like this is just the perfect space for them to share as brother and sister. And the best part of all of it is the kids absolutely loved it. I didn't get a reveal because they've kind of been aware of the room the whole time, but they have loved their space so much. And my sister has said that multiple days they've commented on it saying they love their new room or they're so thankful they have a new room. Like, it's just so fun, and I'm so grateful that they're happy with everything. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this bedroom makeover, and stay tuned because next week I'm going to be doing some more DIY house projects, so lots of fun stuff to look forward to. But I hope you guys have an incredible rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.